Stop walking. The $250,000 mobility trap destroying your hips. You've been told to walk more to stay young. But one hidden habit in your gait is grinding your hips like sandpaper, step after step, until the bill shows up. The real danger isn't the steps. It's how you're taking them. Here's the trap: a $250,000 cascade. Surgery, rehab, home health, lost independence, and home modifications that can drain savings fast. We'll break down those numbers later so you can see exactly where the money leaks. And that famous 10,000 step goal, it wasn't born in a medical lab. It came from a 1965 Japanese pedometer campaign called the Monpike. Great marketing, not a guideline. I've seen clients' pain drop and their walking confidence jump after fixing just 3 tiny gait errors. Keep walking the way you do now, and you're doing nursing home math, not fitness, especially since Medicare doesn't cover long-term custodial care. Stay with me. In the next hour, you'll get a safer walking plan that protects your hips and your wallet. Why this matters: the hidden cost curve. Let's set the stakes. A little stiffness today feels cheap, but let that stiffness turn into a hip injury, and the bill balloons fast. The costs aren't just medical. They're logistical, emotional, and they hit every part of your life. Here's the cascade most people don't see coming. First comes pain that you walk off, then a misstep, a catch in the groin, a few nights of bad sleep. Your muscles weaken, your balance slips, and your stride gets sloppier. One fall later, you're facing a fracture. Now you're in the system: hospital, surgery, infection risk, bed rest, and the muscle loss that turns weeks into months. Every day you're less steady, less independent, and further from the walks you love. Now, the money: hospital, surgeon, anesthesia, and facility fees for a hip surgery often land in the $30,000 to $50,000 plus range. That's before complications. Add transport to appointments, home health visits, durable medical equipment, and caregiver hours. Layer and time your spouse or adult child misses from work, trips you have to cancel, and the ripple into your daily routines. The invoice isn't just a number, it's a smaller life. Medicare helps, but there are gaps that matter. In 2026, the Medicare Part A deductible is projected at $1,736 per benefit period. Skilled nursing facility care has co-pays from days 21 through 100. And the big one: Medicare doesn't cover long-term custodial care, the help with bathing, dressing, cooking, and supervision that families end up paying for when mobility slips. That's where savings evaporate. I want you to hear this clearly. The way you walk today changes that curve. Clients who cleaned up their mechanics, fixed their foot stability, knee tracking, and hip extension, cut pain, prevented flare-ups, and avoided the whole hospital to rehab conveyor belt. Several saved tens of thousands simply because they never triggered the cascade in the first place. The emotional cost is real too. Fear of falling shrinks your world. You skip evening walks, stop visiting friends, sit more, sleep worse, and lose strength faster. That fear becomes its own injury. But confidence works the same way in reverse. When your gait is stable, your steps feel smooth, your cadence is steady, and you've got a plan for pain days, your life gets bigger again. Most people think more steps equals more health. But if each step is a small mistake, more becomes worse. The good news is you don't need perfect, just better. Small changes inform reduced joint stress immediately. Less pinch at the front of the hip, less outer thigh burn, fewer sharp jolts. That's momentum you can feel within a week. So here's the point. You can pay a little attention now, learn a safer pattern, do a 5-minute primer before walks, adjust your stride and cadence, or you can pay a lot later. We're going to make the pay a little now path simple, measurable, and doable. Next, I'll expose the 10,000 step myth that pushes people into overuse and show you how quality beats quantity for your hips. Every time, what you've been sold, the 10,000 step lie. Let's pull the mask off the most famous number in fitness. The 10,000 step target didn't come from doctors or a clinical trial. It came from a 1965 Japanese pedometer called the Monpake, literally 10,000 step meter, a smart marketing hook that stuck. Decades later, devices baked that number in as the default goal, and we all absorbed it as gospel. Helpful idea? Sometimes. Scientific guideline? No. And for older adults, it can push you into exactly the kind of overuse that wrecks hips. Here's the thing most people miss. It's not step count versus the couch. It's quality versus quantity once you're past a base level. For older adults, health gains often plateau around 7,000 to 8,000 steps per day. Past that, the return you get from more volume is small unless your form holds up. If your gait has even one small error, each extra 1,000 steps adds more grinding than benefit. The more is better belief becomes a trap. This clicked for me when a client proudly hit 12,000 steps a day for a month, and her hip felt worse. She wasn't weak. She was sloppy, duck feet, a little hip drop, and a hard heel strike with a long stride. Every extra step was like tapping a chisel against the labrum. We cut her to 8,000, tuned her cadence, and cleaned up her knee over toe line. Pain dropped by half in 2 weeks. Same time invested, better steps. Let me show you exactly why the number alone fails your hips. Bones, cartilage, and tendons don't just care about how much you load them. They care about the direction and timing of that load. Your hip joint is happiest when force travels through a stable foot, a knee that tracks over the second toe, and a pelvis that stays level as you roll from heel to toe. When you overstride to hit your number, you slam the brakes with every step. That creates spike forces at the front of the hip that pinch sensitive structures. Multiply that by thousands, and you get the dull ache that turns into a sharp catch. Here's the shortcut nobody teaches. Reduce braking, increase rhythm. Shorter steps, slightly quicker cadence. And a foot tripod on landing spread force, and keep the hips centered. Quality steps count double. 10 minutes at the right rhythm beats 30 minutes of hard heel strikes and wobbling knees. If you remember nothing else, remember this: force direction first, volume second. Now, why does the 10,000 rule stick so hard? Because it's easy to measure. Your watch chirps, you get a dopamine hit, and you feel done. But bodies aren't bank accounts where any deposit counts the same. They're more like gardens. Water matters, but too much, applied the wrong way, drowns the roots. For your hips, volume is water. Mechanics are the watering can. Before we continue, you need to understand recovery. Tissues remodel when you alternate stress with rest. Chasing higher counts day after day with poor mechanics robs you of that adaptation window. You feel stiff, so you walk more. The stiffness is your early warning sign, not a quota. You failed. The fix is to cycle volume while you improve form. Build for 3 weeks, then take a lighter week. Most seniors feel best near that 7,000 to 8,000 zone when their form is dialed in. Go above it when you're sleeping well, pain is -3, and your cadence stays steady. Drop below when pain creeps or your stride gets choppy. Common mistakes to avoid right now. Overstriding to chase steps creates a heel smash and front hip pinch. Letting toes flare out, your knee collapses inward and twists the hip. Walking slower to save energy. Slow plus long stride equals more braking. Ignoring fatigue. When your cadence drops, form unravels fast. Quick when you can try today. Set a metronome to a comfortable beat between 100 and 115 steps per minute. Take shorter steps and keep your chest gently over your hips. Stay on level ground for 10 minutes. Notice how the landing feels softer and the push-off smoother. If you've had outer thigh burn or a front hip snap, that rhythm alone often cuts it down. The reason this works is simple physics plus better muscle timing. You reduce peak impact by landing under your center of mass. You keep the knee aligned so force tracks cleanly, and you let the glutes share the work with the calves. Fewer spikes, more smooth load. That's cartilage-friendly walking. There's a secret step that makes this 10x easier. Coming up next, your body cheats to hit the number with 3 common patterns. Once you can spot those cheaters, you'll know exactly how to turn more into better, protect your hips, and still get all the heart and brain benefits of daily walking. The 3 cheater patterns destroying hips. Your body is clever. When it's tired, tight, or weak in one spot, it borrows from somewhere else to keep you moving. That borrowing shows up as 3 cheater patterns that quietly grind the hip. Fixing these is the fastest way to turn every step into a safer step. Let's spot them, feel them, and start changing them without stopping your walks. Cheater 1, duck feet. That's when your toes point out more than your knees. It looks harmless, even relaxed, but here's the problem. With the foot turned out, your thigh bone rotates outward and the front of the hip narrows. Now each step drives the femur toward the front of the socket, creating a pinch at the labrum. You'll notice front groin tightness, a click when you shift weight, or that sharp stop at the top of a high step. The thing most people miss. Duck feet often start at the foot, not the hip. A collapsed arch spins the leg outward like a screw. Self-test for duck feet. Stand barefoot, march in place 10 times, stop and look down. If your feet land wider than hip width and your toes point out more than 15 degrees, you've got it. Now walk a hallway and glance at your reflection or shadow. See the toes flaring? That's your sign. Quick fix 2. Try today. Narrow your stance just a touch and gently aim your second toe where you want to go, not your big toe. Keep it subtle. Forcing the feet straight can stress the knees. You're looking for toes slightly out, knees slightly in, landing with the knee tracking over the second toe. Cheater 2, waddle gait, also called a hip drop. When you stand on your right leg, your left hip should stay level or rise a hair. With a waddle, the non-stance hip drops, the torso leans, and the pelvis rocks side to side. That signals a sleepy glute medius, the side, but that holds your pelvis up. The fallout? Your knee caves inward, your foot rolls, and the hip joint takes a twisting load it hates. Symptoms show up as outer thigh burn, deep ache on long walks, and fatigue that makes your form unravel faster. Self-test for waddle. Stand sideways to a mirror. Lift one knee to hip height. Does the opposite hip drop? Do you lean your torso to help? Now, hold a slow step for 2 seconds, each stride down a hallway. If you sway side to side, or your belt line tilts, that's the pattern. Here's a quick win. Think zipper tall, and push the floor away on the standing leg. Imagine a string lifting the top of your head while you gently press the big toe, little toe, and heel into the ground. Hold each step for a beat. You're telling the glute med, do your job. Even one lap with that cue smooths the sway. Cheater 3, toe push-off only. This is when you barely use the hip to extend. You just tip forward and push with the toes. The heel pops up early, the stride shortens behind you, and the low back starts doing what the glutes should. You'll feel front hip pinch, tight hip flexors, and sometimes a cranky lower back after longer walks. The reason this one sneaks in is simple. Hip extension is hard when you sit a lot. The hip flexors get stiff, so the body avoids opening the hip and dumps the job to the calf. Self-test for toe push-off. Pause mid-stride with one foot back. Can you keep your back heel down for a second without arching your lower back or twisting your pelvis? If not, you're likely bailing to the toes too soon. Another tell, look for a loud, hard heel strike in front and a quiet, weak finish behind. To nudge this right, try a quiet front, strong back cue. Land softly under your body. Then feel the glute on the back leg squeeze you forward as the heel leaves the ground late. Think roll through instead of pop up. Now here's where most people mess up. They try to fix all 3 at once. Don't. Pick the one that's loudest. If your toes flare, start there. If your hips sway, own that. If your calves burn and your low back aches, go after push-off. Give it 1 week of focused attention during the first 10 minutes of each walk. Then layer in the next. Common mistakes to avoid. Overcorrecting duck feet into pigeon toes. Your knees will complain. Forcing a level pelvis by clenching your back. Let the side but hold it, not your spine. Driving push-off with speed. Control first, speed later. A micro story to lock this in. Last week, a client who felt old at 7,500 steps filmed her gait. Classic hip drop and toe-only push. We added a toe spread, warm-up, aimed knees over second toes, and set a metronome to 105. She held each step for a beat to wake the glute med, then focused on finishing behind her with a gentle glute squeeze. 3 sessions later, her front hip snap was gone, and her outer thigh burn cut in half. Same distance, better mechanics. Once you can spot these cheaters, you've got leverage. You don't need to stop walking, you need to make each step cleaner. Next, we'll build the foundation that makes these fixes stick. A stable foot that spreads force instead of shoving it into your hip. Foot tripod and toe spread reset. This is the foundation. If the foot wobbles, the knee chases it, the hip pays for it. When the foot is stable, force travels cleanly up the chain, and your hip stays centered instead of jammed forward. The thing most people miss is that stability doesn't mean stiffness. You want a foot that spreads, grips lightly, and rolls like a tripod with some spring. Here's the why in plain terms. Your hip joint is a ball and socket that likes predictable load. A collapsing arch spins the leg outward, your knee caves in, and the front of the hip narrows. That's the pinch you feel on steps, curbs, and long walks. Build a foot tripod, and that twist disappears. You'll feel smoother landing, quieter steps, and less outer thigh tension because the glute can work instead of fight a wobble. What is the tripod? 3 points sharing pressure. Big toe base, little toe base, and heel. At a light, external torque, which just means you gently screw your foot into the ground without moving it, like tightening a jar lid a quarter turn. That small cue stacks your arch and lines your knee over your second toe. Don't crank it. Think 10 to 20% effort. You're creating shape, not a cramp. Let me show you exactly how to reset this. In 60 seconds before every walk, kick off your shoes. Stand hip width. Soften your knees, just a whisper of bend. Now, press your heel down, then press the base of the big toe and the base of the little toe so all 3 points feel the floor. If one lifts when you press another, you're pushing too hard. Back off until the pressure feels even. Next, the toe spread drill. Keep the tripod. Without curling, try to spread your toes like you're widening a fan. If they won't move, try this. Lift all toes, keep the tripod points down. Then set the big toe first, little toe second, and let the rest land. Hold for 3 breaths. You'll feel the arch come alive. The goal isn't perfect separation. It's waking up control. 2 rounds of 10 seconds is plenty. Now, add gentle torque. With the tripod set, imagine you're turning each foot outward against sticky floor, but you don't let the foot actually rotate. Feel how the arch lifts a bit. That's the shape you want. Keep breathing. If your glutes light up, good, you just connected foot to hip. Hold 5 breaths, relax, and repeat once. Okay, so the tricky part is not turning this into a claw. Common mistakes: gripping the floor with curled toes, locking the knees, or smashing the arch up so hard you shift to the outside edge of the foot. Fixes are simple. If you claw, think toes long. If you lock the knee, bounce it gently and keep the micro bend. If you tip to the outside edge, lightly repress the big toe base until pressure balances again. Let's take it into a walk. Stand tall, tripod on. Take a slow step and land with the tripod under your body, not way out in front, as your weight rolls forward. Feel the pressure travel from heel to midfoot to big toe base. Then a soft push through the big toe and second toe together. That roll through keeps force directed straight instead of twisting your hip. Do 10 slow steps like this in your hallway. Then add your normal pace while keeping that quiet tripod landing. A quick win you can get today. Rate your front hip pinch and outer thigh burn before the drill. Take a 10-minute walk with tripod focus. Then rate it again. Many people see a 1 to 2 point drop the very first session. If that happens, you just prove to your body that mechanics matter more than mileage. Troubleshooting cues for real life. Sidewalk camber pulling you outward. Nudge your big toe base down a hair more on the downhill foot. Shoes too stiff to feel the tripod. Loosen the laces near the toes and focus on the heel midfoot roll. Feet go numb? You're gripping. Shake it out. Reset long toes. Soften knees. Balance wobbly. Narrow your stance a touch, not a lot, and hold each step for a beat. What about shoes? You don't need a special brand today. Aim for a wider toe box so your toes can actually spread, a flexible forefoot so you can roll, and avoid marshmallow soft stacks that hide the ground. If your shoe forces your big toe inward, your knee will follow and your hip will notice. The right shoe makes the tripod easier. It doesn't create it. Now, you might be thinking, won't this slow me down? For a week, yes. You're teaching your nervous system new wiring. Slower is fine if the landing is clean. Once the tripod becomes automatic, speed returns with less effort and less jolt. Here's the checkpoint. If you remember nothing else from this pillar, remember heel big, toe little, toes share the load, knees soft, toes long. That one pattern lets every other fix stick. Without it, you'll chase symptoms. Give this 60 seconds before every walk for the next 7 days. Then we'll stack knee over second toe on top, and you'll feel your stride line up like rails. Once you nail that, everything else clicks. Knee over second toe plus soft bend. With the foot tripod set, your next job is to steer the knee. When the knee caves inward or snaps straight, the hip labrum takes a twist it can't tolerate for long. Keep the knee stacked and slightly soft, and load flows safely through the chain. Think of this pillar as the track that guides your train. Why this matters: valgus torque, that inward cave, doesn't just stress the knee. It drags the femur inward and forward in the socket, which is exactly where people feel the front hip pinch. Over thousands of steps, that angle rubs sensitive tissue and fires up outer thigh tension to try to hold you together. Mastering a soft knee bend with clean tracking reduces those shear forces right away. The payoff is fewer jolts, smoother roll through, and hips that stop complaining after 10 minutes. What to do? Micro bend plus second toe tracking during stance. Micro bend means you never lock out. If straight is 0 and a deep bend is 10, live at a 1 or 2 during the stance phase. That tiny cushion keeps your quads and glutes sharing the load and prevents the joint from slamming. Second toe tracking is your aiming line. From the moment your foot lands to the moment you push off, your kneecap should point in the same direction as your second toe. Let me show you exactly how to groove it with the hallway line drill. Find a line on the floor, tile grout, a wood seam, or lay down a strip of painter's tape. Stand with your right foot centered over the line, tripod on, knees soft. Step your left foot forward and place it so your second toe points straight along the line. Now slowly shift your weight onto the left leg. Watch your knee. If it drifts inside the line, gently nudge it outward until kneecap and second toe match. Hold for 2 seconds, then roll through and switch sides. Do 10 slow passes at a walking tempo. Once that feels natural, add speed in layers. First, normal walking pace while holding the micro bend. Then a brisk pace while keeping the knee from wobbling. Finally, sprinkle in 5 focus steps every minute. Land, check toe line, hold the soft bend. Roll through, repeat. Those micro reps teach your brain the pattern without turning your whole walk into homework. The thing most people miss is what the hip and foot are doing while the knee tracks. If the arch collapses, the knee will try to follow it inward no matter how hard you think straight. So reboot the tripod before each pass. At the hip, picture your thigh bone gliding straight back as you push off. That slight backward glide keeps the femur centered and frees the knee to aim cleanly over the toe. Common mistakes and easy fixes: snapping the knee straight at heel strike. Fix: cue soft knee on landing, then pretend you have a spring under your kneecap that never fully compresses, letting the knee drift in when you get tired. Fix: shorten the stride a touch and increase cadence. Tired muscles wobble more when the step is long and slow, overcorrecting the drift by shoving the knee too far out. Fix: match kneecap to second toe, not the pinky toe. If you see your arch lift off the ground, back off, leaning your torso to keep the knee out. Fix: stack your ribs over your pelvis and think zipper tall, letting the glute med hold the pelvis, not your spine. Here's a quick win test you can do today. Before your walk, rate any front hip snap from 0 to 10. Do 3 hallway passes slow, then 3 at a brisk pace with the micro bend and second toe line. Head outside and hold those cues for 10 minutes at a comfortable cadence. Most people feel the snap reduce or disappear when they land with a soft knee and track the line. If it doesn't change, your stride is probably too long. Shorten it a hair and retest. A micro story: a client loved power walking hills, but always felt a sharp catch on the first slope. Video showed her knee locking at heel strike, then diving in as she pushed off. We drilled the hallway line, added a 2 out of 10 knee bend, and nudged her cadence up to 110 on hills. The catch vanished on the first session, and her outer thigh burn dropped by day 3. Same hill, better alignment. Now, you might be thinking, won't a bent knee tire me out? At first, it's new work, so you'll notice it. But the micro bend is tiny. It spreads load to your muscles, which like sharing. Your joints hate peak spikes. Your muscles love steady tension. Within a week, the pattern feels easier than bracing straight. Let's lock it in for real life. On uneven sidewalks, look 1 step ahead and aim the second toe where you're going, not where the crack pulls you. In crowds, shorten the step and keep the micro bend. Speed comes from cadence, not stride length. On gentle downhills, think softer landings, and kneecap tracks the line, or you'll overstride and slam. If you remember nothing else here, soft knee, second toe line, roll through. Once you nail that, everything else clicks. And with the knee finally steering, true, we can unlock the engine that powers it all, your hip extension and glute activation. Glute med / max activation and hip extension. Now we fix the engine, your hips. If the glutes don't wake up, your hips jam forward, your knees wobble, and your low back takes the hit. Turn the glute med and max on, and suddenly the pelvis stays level, the stride finishes behind you, and the front hip pinch fades. No but, no break. With but, everything smooths out. Why this matters: the glute med is your side-to-side stabilizer. The glute max is your main hip extender. When med is sleepy, you waddle and the knee caves. When max is off, you push with toes and arch your back. That combo creates the pinch and the outer thigh burn you've been noticing. The good news: these muscles wake up fast with the right cues, then your walking form keeps them honest. Here's the 5-minute pre-walk primer. 3 moves, light band if you have one. Aim for slow, controlled reps, quality over reps. If you only remember one thing, remember this: ribs stacked over pelvis, no back arch, and breathe. Move 1, standing band abduction. Loop a light band around your ankles. Stand tall on your right leg with your foot tripod set and a soft knee. Without leaning, slide your left foot out to the side about 8 inches, toes straight ahead. Hold 2 seconds, bring it back slow. You should feel the right side butt working to hold you up, and the left side butt waking as you move. Do 8 to 10 reps, then switch sides. Common mistake, tipping your torso. Fix it with zipper tall and a micro bend on the standing leg. Move 2, hip airplanes. Hold a kitchen counter with one hand for balance. Hinge your hips back, soft knee, and lift your left foot slightly off the floor so you're standing on your right. Now open your left hip so your pelvis turns a few degrees toward the left, then close it a few degrees toward the right, slowly. Keep your ribs down. Don't twist your spine. You'll feel the standing glute med and max fire to control the rotation. 5 slow opens and closes per side is plenty. This teaches your pelvis to stay level while the hip moves, anti-waddle training. Move 3, heel to wall march. Stand facing away from a wall, heels 3 to 4 inches from it. Lightly press your heels into the wall to tuck your pelvis gently, not a big squeeze. Now march. Bring one knee up to hip height without leaning back or lifting your ribs. Alternate sides for 20 slow reps. The wall cue wakes your glute max and deep abs, so you extend from the hip, not your lower back. If the wall isn't handy, do the same cue freestanding. Think heels heavy, ribs down. Then march. Bonus option if you need an easier entry, side lying hip abduction. Lie on your side, bottom knee bent, top leg straight in line with your body. Toes slightly down, lift the top leg 8 to 10 inches without rolling your hips back. Lower slow. Do 10 to 12 reps per side. This classic drill consistently lights the glute med. Studies show it can hit roughly 81% activation when done cleanly. If you feel it in the front of the hip, rotate the toes a hair toward the floor and keep your ribs stacked. Now let's blend activation into your walk. Right after the primer, take a minute of glute strides. Shorter steps, cadence steady, and think, finish behind me. Land softly under your body. Then feel the back leg glute squeeze you forward as the heel leaves the ground late. Cue, quiet front, strong back. You're not pushing hard. You're timing the squeeze right as your leg trails. 10 to 20 focused strides, lock the pattern. Common mistakes and quick fixes. Back arch compensation. If you feel your low back working, you're extending your spine, not your hip. Fix, lower your ribs, soften your knees, and picture your tailbone heavy. Leaning through abductions. If you hike your torso, the band does nothing. Fix, stand taller, hold a counter with 2 fingers, and keep the move small. Speed over control. Fast reps skip the brain. Fix, 2 seconds out, 2 seconds back. And pause at the end range. Toes turning out during standing work. That's cheating. Fix, point the second toe straight ahead and repress your big toe base. Quick win test for today. Rate your front hip pinch at rest. Do the 5-minute primer. Walk with quiet front. Strong back for 10 minutes at your cadence target. Re-rate the pinch. Many people feel longer stride without pinch and a stronger finish within 1 session. Practical cues you can use anywhere. Stairs, push the step away with your whole foot and finish with a tiny glute squeeze, not a back lean. Curbs, land tripod, soft knee, then finish behind as you step up so the hip, not the back, drives. Hills, shorten the step, keep cadence, and think hips forward from the glute instead of chest back. Troubleshooting, if your calves cramp, you're still toe pushing early. Slow down, keep the heel down a beat longer, and cue the squeeze as the heel lifts. If your outer thigh burns at the side of the hip, reduce band tension and focus on posture. Torso stacked, eyes forward, small motion. If you remember nothing else, wake the side butt to level the pelvis, wake the big butt to finish the stride. 5 minutes before your walk turns grinding into gliding. Your back stops doing your hips job, your knees track easier, and your steps feel lighter. Power is good, Now we'll feed it the right rhythm next. Cadence and stride tune-up. Power's on. Now, we give it rhythm. The fastest way to smooth your walk and protect your hips is to dial in cadence and shorten your stride. 2 slow steps with long reaches in front create braking spikes. Slightly quicker steps with shorter reaches spread load, lower peaks, and let the glutes do their job. Think, spin the wheels, not slam the brakes. Why cadence matters. When your foot lands in front of your center, your body has to decelerate before it can move forward. That's the jolt you feel at the front of the hip and sometimes in the knee. A modest increase in step rate, without speeding up your overall pace, brings your foot closer to under you at landing. Less braking, more roll through. For most older adults, a joint-friendly sweet spot sits around 100 to 115 steps per minute. It's not a rule, it's a range that keeps you out of trouble. Let me show you exactly how to set it. Grab any free metronome app, start at your natural pace, and count your steps for 30 seconds, then double it. If you're at 88 to 96, bump the metronome 5 to 10 beats higher and match each step to the click. Left-right equals 2 clicks. Keep your chest gently over your hips, not trailing behind. You're not hustling. You're trimming the reach and keeping the rhythm. Now layer in stride tuning. Q1, short in front, finish behind. Land quietly with the foot under your body, then feel a gentle glute squeeze carry you forward as the heel leaves the ground late. Q2, ribs over pelvis. If your chest falls behind your hips, your feet will overreach to catch you. Stack the torso, soften the knees, and let cadence create speed rather than a bigger step. Here's a 2-minute drill to lock this fast. Minute 1, walk a hallway at your target cadence, whisper quiet heel contact, micro bend at the knee, and steady tripod. Count 10 steps, pause a beat in mid-stance to feel the glute support. Then continue. Do that sequence 3 times. Minute 2, take it outside, keep the same beat, and think roll through from heel to big toe base. The pause teaches control, the roll teaches flow. Now, here's where most people mess up. They chase speed with longer strides and a slower beat. That combo spikes impact. Or they quicken the beat, but keep smashing the heel out front. Both miss the point. Shorten first, then raise cadence by 5 to 10. If breath or balance gets jumpy, you went too high. Drop 5 beats and retest. The goal is smooth and repeatable, not max output. Common mistakes and simple fixes. Overstriding heel smash. If you hear your steps, shorten until they're quiet. Think land under, not ahead. Chest behind hips. Imagine a light magnet pulling your sternum forward over your belt buckle. Cadence drift when tired. Program a metronome cue every 3 minutes or walk to songs near your target beat. Stiff ankles killing the roll. Do 10 ankle rocks pre-walk, knee over second toe, heel down, small range. Then retest cadence. Quick win test you can do today. Pick a flat path. Walk 5 minutes at your usual rhythm. Notice any hip pinch or knee jolt. Then walk 5 minutes at 105 to 110 with shorter steps and quiet front, strong back. Most people feel smoother landings, less jolt, and a cleaner push-off right away. If you do, that's proof your hips prefer rhythm plus alignment over volume. Hills and downhills need extra attention. Uphill, shorten even more, keep the beat, and drive hips forward with the glute, not by leaning back. Downhill, resist the temptation to reach. Keep the cadence, microbend the knee, and think soft steps. If you feel slamming, you're overstriding. Tighten the step and let gravity do less work per stride, more work per minute. Now surfaces. Cambered sidewalks, tilt your foot and sneakily twist your knee and hip. Cadence helps, but don't fight the road alone. If the crown pulls you outward, move to the flattest line or switch sides safely. Your rhythm should feel the same left to right. If one side lands louder, reset tripod and shorten that side step for 10 beats. A micro story to seal it. A client stuck at 7,800 steps felt a front hip snap every other day. Her cadence was 92 with big reaches. We dropped her stride, set her at 106, and added the pause a beat mid-stance drill. By day 3, her snap vanished on flats. By week 2, she handled gentle hills without the jolt. Same mileage, less grind, more confidence. Checkpoint cues you can repeat anywhere. Short in front, finish behind. Ribs over pelvis. Quiet land, steady beat. Knee soft, toe line true. If you remember, nothing else here. Speed from cadence, not from reach. Keep steps short, land under you, and let the glutes finish. With rhythm set, we'll make smart choices about surfaces, shoes, and how to cycle your weekly volume, so your hips keep winning. Surfaces, shoes, and volume cycling. Rhythms set. Now we make the ground, the gear, and the weekly plan work for you instead of against you. Surfaces can sneak stress into your hips without you noticing. Shoes can either let your foot tripod work or shut it down. And volume needs a rhythm just like cadence does. Build, then breathe, so cartilage gets recovery time. Let's start with surfaces. The big issue is camber, the sideways tilt built into most roads and some sidewalks for drainage. Walk the same cambered edge day after day, and your downhill foot collapses inward a bit while the uphill foot rolls out. That twist rides straight into your knee and hip. Over weeks, it shows up as outer hip ache or a dull front hip pinch that only happens on that route. The fix is simple patterning. Rotate surfaces and seek the flattest line. Here's how to set a friendly rotation. Flat track, smooth, even, and perfect for cadence practice. Park path or turf, soft but not mushy, good for longer walks without harsh impact. Flat trail, varied but mostly level, keeps the foot tripod honest. Avoid long stretches of steeply crowned sidewalks. If a street has a strong slant, switch sides where it's safe or move to a level path. On any surface, do a quick tripod check every few minutes. Big toe base on, knees soft, second toe line. If one side lands louder, shorten that side step for 10 beats and recenter. Now shoes. The goal is to let your toes spread and your forefoot roll while keeping you connected to the ground. Look for 4 things. Wide toe box. Your big toe needs space to aim forward, not get shoved inward. Low drop. A smaller heel to toe difference keeps your stance neutral and hips centered. Flexible forefoot. You should be able to bend the shoe at the ball of the foot so you can roll through. Moderate cushioning. Enough to take the edge off, not so much that you can't feel the tripod. Skip marshmallow stacks that hide the ground and stiff fashion sneakers that block the big toe from loading. If you're changing shoes, keep everything else constant for a week. Same route, same cadence target, same duration, so you can judge the shoe, not the chaos of 5 variables at once. Lace tip, slightly looser over the toes, snug over the midfoot. That lets the toes spread while the heel stays stable. Here's a quick shoe test at home. Stand barefoot and set your tripod. Put the shoe on. If your big toe immediately feels pushed inward or you can't sense the base of the big toe when you press, it's the wrong last for you. If the forefoot won't bend where your toes bend, that shoe will fight your push-off. Swap models before you swap miles. Now, volume cycling, the cartilage saver. Even with great mechanics, your tissues adapt best when you alternate load and deload. Use a simple 3-week build, 1-week deload pattern. Week 1, find your baseline, often 7,000 to 8,000 steps a day, feels best for many older adults when form is clean. Week 2, add 5 to 10% total weekly steps, keeping cadence and stride cues tight. Week 3, repeat the 5 to 10% bump, only if pain stays at -3 and sleep is solid. Week 4, deload. Drop volume 20 to 30%. Keep the primer and cadence. That's when your joints consolidate gains. Quality beats quantity past that 7,000 to 8,000 zone. If you want more heart and brain benefits, add time by breaking walks into 2 sessions or mixing a softer surface, not by overstriding to cram extra distance. If pain nudges to 4 to 5, hold volume steady and sharpen form. If it hits 6 or higher, swap a walk for cycling or pool and return at 50% volume next session. Common mistakes that wreck a good week: new shoes, new route, and more steps all at once. Change 1 lever per week. Pushing long walks on hard, cambered sidewalks. Find a flat loop and save your hips. Skipping the deload. Joints feel fine until they don't. The light week prevents surprise flares. A quick win plan you can try starting tomorrow. Rotate surfaces across 3 consecutive walks. Track, park path, flat trail. Keep cadence between 100 and 115 with short in front. Finish behind. Log pain, sleep, and mood. If pain drops or sleep improves after surface rotation, you've found free relief without losing steps. If you remember nothing else here, choose flatter ground, give your toes room, and cycle your volume. Smooth steps plus smart surfaces equals fewer spikes and steadier hips. Now we'll turn those savings into real dollars by breaking down the true cost of the mobility trap and how your new plan helps you avoid it. The $250,000 breakdown. Real costs of the mobility trap. Let's put real numbers to the trap so you can see where the money actually leaks. Start with the obvious bill. Surgery, hospital charges, the surgeon's fee, anesthesia, and facility fees for a hip replacement or fracture repair commonly stack up in the $30,000 to $50,000 plus range. That's before complications or extended stays. If there's an infection, a second procedure, or a longer hospital course, add thousands quickly. But the hospital bill is just the first chapter. Next line item: getting home and staying functional. You'll have transportation to follow-ups and PT. Rides add up when you can't drive. Home health visits begin, then taper. Durable medical equipment shows up. Walker, cane, raised toilet seat, shower chair, grab bars. Individually, these look manageable. Together, they bite. Then you realize the house needs tweaks. Non-slip mats, lighting upgrades, threshold ramps, maybe even a handrail install. Each is sensible. Collectively, they're a running tab. Now the Rehab ARC outpatient PT 2 to 3 times a week for weeks. Copays stack, time stacks, and the hidden cost appears. The caregiver, a spouse or adult child, takes time off work, rearranges schedules, misses hours, or hires help. That's income not earned, plus potential paid caregiver hours for bathing, dressing, meal prep, and supervision. Remember the policy gap we talked about. Medicare helps with skilled care, but not custodial care. The everyday help with activities of daily living. That's where savings quietly drain. Skilled nursing facility time can appear even when you plan to go straight home. Days 1 to 20 after a qualifying hospital stay are covered, but days 21 to 100 carry copays. And each benefit period triggers the part a deductible, projected at $1,736 in 2026. Hit a setback, readmit, or need more skilled days. You reset clocks and costs. Meanwhile, muscle loss from bed rest makes every extra day more expensive later because you require more help to do less. Let's talk complications and the ripple effect. A wound that heals slowly means more visits, more supplies, and more time off for your helper. A minor fall in the bathroom leads to an ED visit just to be safe, plus imaging, plus a longer fear period where you move less. Move less, lose more muscle, need more hands. That spiral is what pushes totals toward 6 figures over a year, and for many families, toward $250,000 over the longer horizon when you add informal caregiving time, home modifications, and periods of paid help. Opportunity costs are real money too. The trip you cancel with non-refundable fees, The grandchild's event you skip and replace with last-minute travel changes, the rehab taxi services when a friend can't step in, the meals delivered because nobody can cook tonight. None of these are line items on a hospital form, but they hit your bank account just the same. Asset exposure is the hard conversation. If mobility loss tips you into long-term custodial needs, you're now in a lane private insurance rarely covers fully and Medicare doesn't cover at all. Families start spending down assets to qualify for programs later, or they pay directly while hoping recovery outpaces bills. Prevention doesn't just save a copay, it keeps you out of that lane. So what does prevention actually save? Start subtracting. No fracture or surgical repair wipes out the $30,000 to $50,000 base. No SNF stay eliminates the copays after day 20. Fewer PT sessions and smoother progress / copays and transport. Keeping independence erases caregiver hours and protects a spouse's work schedule. Avoiding falls means no ED charges, no imaging rounds, and no fear-driven deconditioning loop. Add it up across a year or two, and you're not trimming pennies, you're sidestepping the entire cascade. Here's the practical takeaway. Your gait fixes are not fitness vanity, they're financial strategy. A 60-second foot reset, a micro-bend knee with the second toe line, glute activation before you step, cadence at 100 to 115 smarter surfaces, and volume cycling. All of that is an investment with an immediate return. Fewer spikes, fewer flares, fewer appointments. Every smooth step now is cash and confidence you keep later. Prevention isn't free, but compared to the cascade, it's a bargain. The 14-day hip-safe walking audit. Let's turn everything you've learned into a 2-week plan you can run at home. It's simple, structured, and it tells you exactly what to change next without guessing. You'll film, adjust one lever at a time, and track results so progress is obvious. Day 1 to 3, film in foot. On day 1, film your gait from the side and from behind. Use a hallway or a straight sidewalk. From the side, capture your whole body for 10 to 15 seconds at normal pace. From behind, do the same. You're looking for 3 tells: overstride and hard heel smash in front, hip drop side to side, and toes flaring out. Save those clips, they're your baseline. Now add the 60-second foot tripod and toe spread reset before each walk. Heels down, big toe base, little toe base, toes long, gentle external torque. Walk 10 minutes, focusing only on quiet landings and the roll from heel to big toe. Log pain, pinch, and outer thigh burn before and after. Day 4 to 6, steer the knee and set cadence. Keep the foot reset. Then layer in the micro bend plus knee over second toe. Do 3 slow hallway passes with the line drill before your walk. Next, set a metronome to a comfortable beat between 100 and 115 steps per minute. Shorten the step, match the beat, and hold the knee soft. Do 10 focus minutes, then your usual distance if you feel good. Note any change in front hip snap and how steady your rhythm feels by minute 8. If the beat feels frantic, you went too high, drop 5 and retest. Day 7 to 9, glute primer and stride finish on mixed surfaces. Before each walk, run the 5-minute primer, standing band abductions, hip airplanes, and heel to wall march. If you need an easier option, add side-lying abductions to wake the glute med hard. Then take your form to 2 different surfaces across 3 days. A flat track 1 day, a park path, or turf another. Keep cues tight, short in front, finish behind, ribs over pelvis, quiet land, steady beat. Film a 10-second clip on each surface from behind. You're checking for less hip drop and cleaner knee over toe, with rhythm on real ground. Day 10 to 12, volume cycle test. Hold cadence and form and play with duration. If your baseline was, say, 40 minutes, try 44 to 48 minutes once this block, only if pain stays -3 and sleep's been decent. The next day, Deload to 30 to 35 minutes while keeping all cues. This mini build and mini deload teaches your joints to accept more without flaring. Each session, log 4 simple metrics: pain during, pain after, sleep quality that night, and next morning stiffness. If pain creeps to 4 to 5, cap the duration and sharpen mechanics. If it hits 6, swap to cycling or pull the next day and return at 50% volume. Day 13 to 14, retest and adjust. Refilm the same 2 angles, same place, same pace. Put day 1 and day 13 side by side. What you want to see: shorter reach in front, softer landing, steadier pelvis, knees tracking over the second toe, and toes pointing closer to forward. Compare notes: pain trend, outer thigh burn, any front hip snap, and how steady your cadence felt by minute 10. Now, make one adjustment lever for the next week. Examples: if hip drop lingers, add another week emphasizing the glute primer and hold each step for a beat. If heel smash persists, drop cadence 5 beats for control, shorten stride further, and retest. If toes still flare, double down on the tripod with a wider toe box shoe. Mistakes that tank results are easy to avoid. Don't change 5 things at once. You won't know what helped. Don't skip notes. Your body is already giving you data. Don't chase steps when sleep is lousy. Recover, then build. And don't forget the deload day. Your joints write the gains during the lighter sessions. Here's how to track without getting bogged down. Use a tiny scorecard after each walk. Pain during, -10 pain 2 hours after, -10 sleep quality tonight. Poor. Okay, good cadence target hit? Yes/no notes, surface, shoes, and one cue that worked what good looks like by day 14. Your videos show less sway, quieter steps, and knees living over the second toe more often. Your pain during walks is down 1 to 2 points, front hip snaps are rarer or gone, and you feel steadier by minute 10 instead of worse. Even better, you know exactly which lever moved the needle: foot, knee, cadence, glute, or surface. Now lock the win by picking your next focus block. If pelvis still wobbles, prioritize glute med activation and the pause in mid-stance drill for 1 more week. If your finish behind is weak, keep quiet front, strong back, and heel down a beat longer cues. If cadence drifts, anchor a playlist or metronome pings every 3 minutes. 1 lever at a time keeps progress clean. This audit isn't homework forever. It's your on-ramp. 2 weeks to learn your body. Then you'll shift to a weekly blueprint that keeps hips happy while you keep living. Strength lanes, 10-minute hip armor, 3 days per week. Great walking gets easier when your base strength does some heavy lifting for you. Think of this as hip armor. 10 minutes, 3 days a week to bulletproof the patterns you just learned so they hold up on real sidewalks, busy days, and small stumbles. We'll work 3 lanes: hinge, lateral, and balance. 1 move from each lane, 2 to 3 sets, slow tempo, and stop 2 reps before form falls apart. Aim for an effort of about a 6 or 7 out of 10, challenging, not grinding. Lane A is the hinge pattern, hip dominant strength without beating up your knees. Move 1, hip hinge to wall. Stand a foot from a wall, feet under hips, soft knees, ribs over pelvis. Push your hips back until your butt taps the wall, then stand tall by, squeezing your glutes. Keep your shins quiet and your weight over the midfoot to heel. 10 slow reps, 2 seconds down, 1 up. When that's easy, hold a light weight close to your chest for goblet hinges. The reason this works is it trains the glute max to drive extension without the low back taking over. The same finish behind you want in walking. Lane B is the lateral pattern, your anti-waddle insurance. Move 2, lateral step outs with a band. Loop a light band above your knees. Tripod on, knees soft, ribs stacked. Step right 6 inches without letting the knees cave. Then step left to return. Control the pelvis, no bobbing. 10 controlled steps each way. If the band drags your knees inward, press the big toe base and match your kneecap to the second toe. This wakes the glute med to hold your pelvis level, which keeps that knee over toe line honest on every stride. Variation: if bands bother you, side lying hip abduction. Top leg straight, toes slightly down, lift 8 to 10 inches without rolling your hips back. Lower slow, 10 to 12 reps. It's simple, but it hammers the side butt when done cleanly and builds the exact stability your pelvis needs at mid-stance. Lane C is the balance pattern, controlling your body over one leg the way you do every single step. Move 3, single leg reach. Stand tall, tripod on, soft knee. Hinge slightly as you slide your free heel back and reach both hands toward a target in front of your thigh. Keep the pelvis level, no hip drop. Pause for a beat, return. 6 to 8 smooth reps per side. If that's tough, tap a counter with one finger for support. This integrates hinge plus lateral control, and it reveals if your foot tripod is really working under load. Now, put it together as a 10-minute circuit. Round 1, 10 hip hinges, 10 band step-outs right, 10 left, 6 single leg reaches each side. Rest 30 to 45 seconds. Round 2, same, still slow. If you've got time and your form holds, add a third round. Keep your breath steady. If your low back lights up, you're arching, drop your ribs and slow down. Progress with range first, not weight. 4 hinges, push the hips a touch further back while keeping shins vertical. 4 step outs, keep the steps small but increase the tension just a little or hold each step for a 1-second pause. For balance, reach an inch farther or pause 2 seconds in the hardest spot. Smooth reps beat, heavy reps here. We're training control you can use, not numbers to brag about. Common mistakes and quick fixes. Knees snapping straight during hinges. Think soft knees, hips back, and keep the tripod engaged. Toes turning out during step outs. Reset the big toe base and aim the second toe forward. Reaching with your shoulders in the balance drill. Lead with your hips, not your hands. Rushing the whole circuit. 2 seconds out, 1 second back is your default metronome. How do you know it's working? Your walks feel steadier by minute 5 instead of minute 10. Hills stop spiking your front hip pinch. Cadence holds when you're tired. And on busy days, groceries, stairs, pets, you don't unravel after a few minutes because the hips carry the load. Schedule it like this: Monday, Wednesday, Friday before or after your walk. If you do it before, keep it truly light, just 2 rounds to wake the system up. If you do it after, you can afford a 3rd round since tissues are warm. On heavy leg days, drop a set and protect tomorrow's walk. Consistency wins. Checkpoint rule. If you can't hold soft knees and a stacked rib cage, the set is over. Quality keeps the hips centered. Quantity without quality brings the grind back. 10 minutes, 3 days, steady progress. That's your hip armor. Fall-proofing, micro upgrades. Great walking is useless if your home turns into an obstacle course. A few tiny upgrades / fall risk protect your new gait and save you from the bills that follow one bad slip. We're going room by room for quick wins you can do today. Start with light. Falls love shadows. Brighten pathways you use daily. Bedroom to bathroom, bed to kitchen, front door to living room. Add plug-in night lights with motion sensors along baseboards so you never step into darkness. At entries, switch to brighter bulbs and make sure switches are reachable without stretching. If you can't see floor edges, you can't place your foot tripod cleanly. Thresholds and cords are next. Any lip higher than a pencil can catch a shoe. Use low-profile threshold ramps for doorways and tape down or reroute cords so nothing crosses your walking line. Bundle TV and lamp cords against the wall with clips. If a rug corner ever pops up, it's gone or it gets a grippy underlay. No exceptions. Stairs deserve special attention. You need a rail you can trust, both sides if possible. Tighten loose screws. Extend rails to the first and last step and add high contrast edge tape to the tread so you see where each step begins. Keep a small LED light at the top and bottom so you never step into dimness. Cue yourself. Ribs over pelvis, soft knee, hand on rail, and short in front, finish behind. Now bathrooms, the danger zone. Put non-slip strips inside the tub or shower, not just a mat outside. Add a sturdy grab bar at entry height and another where you stand, mounted into studs. If getting up from the toilet is a strain, a raised seat reduces the forward lean that can tip you. Keep a long-handled sponge and a stable stool if you need to sit for bathing. No perching on the tub edge. Kitchen tweaks cut the walk tax, the fatigue that ruins gait later. Put the heaviest daily items between waist and shoulder height. Pots, pans, the blender you actually use. Move frequently used spices and plates to front rows. A small rolling cart can move groceries from door to counter without carrying them across rooms. Less awkward bending now means steadier hips on your afternoon walk. Entry and exit routines matter more than you think. Keys, phone, glasses, and bag live in one station by the door. Leashes hang at hip height, so pets don't tangle your feet as you bend. Before you step outside, pause for a 2-breath checklist. Toes long, soft knees, cadence steady. If it's raining, swap to shoes with more tread before you touch the porch. No shuffling in socks on slick floors. Grab points at sinks and counters are simple insurance. A sturdy edge you can rest a hand on lets you set your foot tripod before you pivot. Avoid towel bars as supports. They rip out. If standing to prep food is tiring, use a counter height stool with a footrest so your ribs stay over your pelvis instead of arching your back. Cut visual clutter. Clear walkways to 36 inches wide so a cane or walker fits without sidestepping. Use high contrast tape on the edge of area rugs against similar colored floors so your depth perception isn't guessing. If you wear bifocals, tilt your chin, not your torso. When scanning steps, the wrong angle makes you overreach. Shoes live at the door, ready. A bench helps you sit to put them on safely. Slip-resistant soles beat socks on tile every time. Keep a second pair by the back door, so you're never tempted to just grab the mail in slippers that fold under your toes. Quick win checklist you can do today. Add 3 motion night lights on your most used path. Secure or remove 1 loose rug and tape down 1 cord. Install non-slip strips in the shower and place a raised toilet seat if standing is shaky. One more tip for pain or low energy days. Stage micro rests. Put a stable chair halfway between the 2 rooms you use most. A 20-second sit with ribs stacked refreshes your cadence and posture so you don't finish the day waddling. If you remember nothing else, see the floor, clear the line, create a handhold. Those 3 rules keep your new mechanics intact where it counts, at home, when nobody's watching. Pain days, the no-flare substitutions. Pain days happen. What matters is how you respond. So today's ache doesn't become next week's setback. The rule is simple. Protect the mechanics you've built while keeping your heart, lungs, and brain getting work. We're swapping pounding for smooth motion, keeping cadence skills alive, and feeding the glutes without poking the bear. Start with swaps that give you movement without the grind. Option 1, cycling. Upright or recumbent works. Set the seat high enough that your knee stays slightly bent at the bottom, ribs over pelvis, and pedal at an easy resistance. Target cadence, 70 to 90 revolutions per minute with smooth circles. Think push down, sweep back, not mashing. 10 to 20 minutes keeps blood flowing and joint stiffness down without loading the hip joint like a long walk. Option 2, pool. Walk the shallow end or do gentle laps. Water unloads joints, but still lets you practice posture and rhythm. Cue ribs over pelvis, soft knees, and short in front. Finish behind, even in water. 5 to 10 lengths or 10 minutes of water walking will calm irritation while you keep your gait cues alive. Option 3, Incline treadmill at slower pace. This sounds counterintuitive, but a modest incline lets you shorten the step and lean your whole body slightly forward without overstriding. Keep cadence steady, shorten the front reach, and aim for 5 to 15 minutes. If any pinch shows up, drop the incline first, then the time. Now, keep your cadence skill alive off your feet. Do metronome marching in place. Set a beat you've been using, say 105. Stand tall, soft knees, ribs stacked, and march lightly, lifting knees to mid-shin height. Match steps to the clicks for 1 to 3 minutes. Focus on quiet land, steady beat. This keeps your nervous system tuned to the rhythm that protects your hips on good days. Maintain glute activation with isometrics, no motion, just controlled tension. 2 easy ones. Wall sit holds, back against a wall, feet out, soft knee bend like you're sitting on a high stool. Press heels into the floor, ribs down, and hold 20 to 30 seconds. Feel glutes and thighs share. The load without knee slam. Bridge holds. Lie on your back, knees bent, feet hip width. Press through heels and squeeze glutes to lift hips until ribs and pelvis align. Hold 10 to 20 seconds, breathe, and lower slow. If front hip pinch shows up, tuck a hair more and reduce range. Pain rules guide every choice. If pain is -3, you're fine to move with smart substitutions and cleaner form. If it's 4 to 5, modify, shorten duration, pick cycling or pool, and keep all cues tight. If pain hits 6 or higher, stop the provoking activity and reset with gentle range of motion, isometrics, and breath work. Nothing heroic on a 6+ day. Save heroics for progression weeks, not flare control. Here's the return protocol. So, you don't yo-yo. After a pain day at 4 to 5, your next session returns at 50% of your recent walking volume. If you usually do 40 minutes, do 20 with full cues and a metronome. If it's clean, pain stays -3, sleep holds, you can add 5 to 10 minutes next session. Over the week, rebuild to baseline before you consider any extra volume. Keep surfaces flat and familiar while you climb back. Common pain day mistakes to avoid: skipping movement entirely. Total rest stiffens joints and makes the next day worse. Chasing steps to prove you're okay. Pain isn't a test to pass. It's data to use. Dropping all cues. Your body learns what you repeat. Keep ribs over pelvis, soft knee, and quiet land even on the bike. Changing shoes and surfaces on the same pain day. Control variables. Familiar gear, familiar ground. A quick pain day template you can run anytime. 2 minutes, toe spread and tripod reset, gentle ankle rocks. 3 minutes, metronome marching at 100 to 110. 5 to 15 minutes, cycling at easy resistance or pool walking. 2 sets, wall sit 20 seconds, bridge hold 20 seconds, slow breaths. Finish with a cadence check. Stand, march 30 seconds to your beat. Then take 5 quiet steps in your living room with short in front, finish behind. If that feels smooth and pain stays -3, you're primed to resume walking at half volume next time. If not, stick with substitutions 1 more day. Pain days aren't failures, they're maintenance stops. Use them well, and you'll protect progress, keep your hips calm, and be ready to build again. The weekly hip-safe walking blueprint. You've got the drills, the rhythm, and the pain day pivots. Now, let's turn it into a simple week that protects your hips and still builds fitness. Think structure, not punishment. Small daily wins stack fast when the plan is clear. Monday is your pattern day. Do the 5-minute primer, standing band abductions, hip airplanes, heel to wall march. Keep it light and controlled. Then walk with your cadence target in the 100 to 115 range. Short in front, finish behind. Choose a flat surface, well so you can focus on form. End with 10 slow hallway strides at home to stamp in the over second toe. Log pain during and 2 hours after. Sleep tonight, Cadence hit yes/no, and one cue that worked. Tuesday is lighter volume on a softer surface. Start with a 60-second foot tripod and toe spread reset. Add 3 hallway line passes for knee tracking. Head to a park path or turf loop. Hold cadence and shorten the step if you feel any drift. Finish with 2 minutes of balance work. Single leg reach holds, soft knee, ribs over pelvis. The goal is quality, not distance. If pain is -3, you nailed it. Wednesday repeats Monday structure with one twist. Add a mid-walk 1-minute cadence check. Set the metronome, match the beat, listen for quiet landings. If steps get loud, shorten immediately and recenter your chest over your hips. Keep the primer strict, 5 minutes, not 10. Remember, we're waking muscles, not fatiguing them. Thursday mirrors Tuesday, but make it an audit day. Film 10 seconds from behind on a flat stretch. You're looking for hip drop, toes flaring, and knee over toe drift. Fix one thing on the next minute. Press big toe base, soften knee, or lift ribs over pelvis. And film again. See the change. Don't guess. End with 30 seconds of wall sit and 20 seconds of bridge hold to keep the glute engagement without beating up joints. Friday is your third primer plus walk day. Same 5-minute primer. Then your most familiar route. Keep cadence and stride cues tight. If you're feeling great and pain stays -3, you can add 5% time to the back end of the walk. If sleep was rough or you're at a 4, hold volume and make today a form clinic. Quiet steps beat long steps every time. Saturday is optional longer walk with deload rules. That means longer only if the week's data says green lights. Pain -3 all week, sleep mostly good, no lingering front hip snap. Keep the same cadence and stride. Rotate to your flattest surface and insert a 60-second reset every 10 minutes. Tripod check, soft knee, ribs over pelvis, finish behind. If pain nudges to 4, cap the session and walk home smooth. Do not force distance. Your joints decide the day. Sunday is your mobility reset. Toe spread and tripod for 60 seconds. 10 ankle rocks each side. Knee over second toe, heel down. 2 sets of side-lying hip abductions if glute med still needs a wake-up. Then 3 minutes of metronome marching at your target beat. Quiet land, steady rhythm. Finish with 5 deep breaths, ribs over pelvis, long exhale to calm your system. Light, quick, done. Tracking makes the plan smarter. Use the tiny scorecard you started in the 14-day audit. Pain during, -10 pain 2 hours after. -10 sleep. Poor/okay/good cadence target hit. Yes/no notes. Surface, shoe, one cue that worked adjustment levers are your superpower. If pain rises, pull one, surface. Move to flatter ground or switch from cambered sidewalks to track. Stride. Shorten immediately. Aim for silence on landing. Volume. Drop 20 to 30% for a day or 2, then rebuild. Strength. Keep the 10-minute hip armor but lower tension or range. Cadence. Drop 5 beats if you're rushing or balance feels jumpy. Raise 5 if you're overstriding. Here's a quick scenario guide. Front hip pinch shows up at minute 10. Shorten stride cue finish behind and raise cadence 5 beats. If it persists, cut duration 20% next session. Outer thigh burn on one side. Press the big toe base on that side. Match kneecap to second toe and add side-lying abductions that night. Loud steps late in the walk. You're tired or overstriding. Insert 60 seconds of slow focus strides, then resume at a slightly lower cadence. Travel or busy weeks need a mini blueprint. Keep the primer daily, even if you skip the walk. Do 10 minutes of metronome marching and a wall sit plus bridge circuit. Swap in hotel bike or pool if pain tickles 4. Return to 50% of your usual volume on the first normal day back, then rebuild across the week. If you remember nothing else, primer, cadence surfaces, and a small deload every 4th week. Quality steps at a steady beat protect your hips and your wallet. This blueprint keeps you moving forward without falling into the mileage trap. Medical checkpoints and red flags. Great mechanics and smart volume cut most problems, but you still need a medical game plan. Here's how to know when to escalate, what to ask for, and how to protect your progress. Red flags that mean book an appointment, groin catch or deep joint pain that's sharp with pivoting or getting in/out of a car. Night pain that wakes you or pain at rest that's new or worsening. Loss of hip rotation, pants on, knee falls inward, or you can't cross an ankle over the other knee like before. Sudden increase in limping or a true buckling episode. Unexplained swelling, warmth, or fever with hip pain. Before we continue, you need to understand imaging isn't a race. Start with a skilled exam and plain x-rays if red flags persist. X-rays show joint space, bone spurs, and obvious arthritis. MRI is for when symptoms and x-rays don't match, or you have persistent groin pain, suggesting labrum or stress injury. Don't push for advanced scans on day one. Clean your mechanics first and retest. Injections and meds have a role with limits. Short courses of anti-inflammatories can calm a flare, so you can move well again. Use the lowest effective dose your doctor recommends. Cortisone can buy you a quiet window. It doesn't fix mechanics. One well-timed shot while you lock in gait changes can help. Stacking shots risks rebound pain and tissue irritation. Ask about timelines. How long should relief last? And what should I be practicing while it's quiet? If surgery happens, your job is to protect gains. Bring your prehab glute primer into rehab. Once cleared, side-lying abduction, gentle marching, then standing progressions. Keep cadence cues when you restart walking, short in front, finish behind, to avoid the overstride that irritates healing tissue. Respect pain rules and fatigue. Quality steps beat extra steps. Be your own advocate. Bring a 10 to 15 second gait video from behind and from the side, plus a one-page log. Symptoms, cadence range, surfaces, and what makes it better or worse. Ask focused questions. Based on my exam, what structures are likely involved? Do I need x-ray now? Or try 6 weeks of gait retraining first? If we inject, what's the plan to change mechanics during the relief window? If you remember nothing else, red flags get seen, imaging follows symptoms, injections create practice time, and your gait video is data, not drama. Financial shield documents coverage and questions. You've tightened your gait. Now protect your wallet. The fastest way to leak money is to be unprepared when a flare, scan, or hospital day hits. A small paperwork kit and a few targeted questions can save you thousands and speed up care. Start with your coverage map. Call your insurer or check your online portal and verify 4 things in writing. Physical therapy visits. How many are covered per year, what the copay is, and whether you need pre-authorization or a referral. Durable medical equipment. What's covered for walkers, canes, shower chairs, raised toilet seats, and grab bars. Ask if you need a supplier in network and whether a prescription is required. Home health. What qualifies you for skilled home health versus what's considered custodial care. Confirm visit limits and copays. Imaging. X-ray and MRI copays or coinsurance, and whether you need prior authorization. Then lock the Medicare specifics, so there are no surprises if you're admitted or need rehab. Here's the key. Medicare Part A has a per-benefit period deductible projected at $1,736 in 2026. Skilled nursing facility coverage changes after day 20. Copays kick in for days 21 to 100. And long-term custodial care. Help with bathing, dressing, meals isn't covered. That's the gap that drains savings. Knowing this shapes your prevention plan and your discharge questions. Now build your financial and medical go bag. Keep it in one folder you can grab on short notice. Insurance cards and a one-page coverage cheat sheet with PT visit limits, DME rules, and SNF copay notes. Medication list with doses, allergies, and your baseline pain rules, durable power of attorney for healthcare, and HIPAA release forms so your spouse or adult child can speak and sign for you if you're groggy or sedated. A short medical summary, current diagnoses, prior surgeries, and your walking program highlights, cadence range, surfaces you tolerate. Your 10 to 15-second gait videos from side and back on your phone, plus a one-page log of symptoms, what helps and what flares you. Those documents do two things. They cut delays when staff need permission or background, and they keep your plan front and center, so you don't get pushed into one-size-fits-all advice that ignores your mechanics. Before elective procedures, or if pain is rising, ask for prehab. The question is simple. Can I get a referral for physical therapy to strengthen hips and refine gait before we consider injections or surgery? Prehab buys you weeks of guided form practice and strength that often reduces pain. And if you do need surgery later, stronger in equals faster out. When you're in the hospital or ED, one question protects a lot of money. Am I admitted as an inpatient or under observation? Observation status looks like a hospital. Stay but can affect downstream coverage for skilled nursing facility days. If you're on observation and they're talking about SNF after discharge, ask whether inpatient admission is appropriate given your condition or how observation impacts your benefits. This isn't about arguing, it's about clarity so you can plan. At discharge, hospital, ED, or outpatient, get these in writing: diagnosis and functional limits, what you can lift, how far you can walk, and what red flags require return. Follow up. Exact timing and whether you need referrals in hand for PT or imaging. DME prescriptions, specify device type, and any features, e.g., wide base cane, raised toilet seat height, and confirm an in-network supplier. Home services, if you qualify for skilled home health, what disciplines are ordered, PT, OT, nursing, and how many visits. For outpatient visits, lead with data and ask focused questions. Based on my exam and videos, do you see hip drop or overstride contributing to pain? Should we try 6 weeks of gait retraining and strength before imaging? Or do my symptoms suggest X-ray now? If we use an injection, what should I practice during the relief window so pain doesn't bounce back? What's the plan if this doesn't improve in 4 weeks? If you're choosing between Medigap and Medicare Advantage, compare rehab and network limits, not just premiums. Ask, how many PT sessions are covered per episode and per year? Are there caps on skilled nursing or home health beyond Medicare rules? What's the prior authorization process for MRI, DME, or outpatient PT? A slightly higher monthly cost that preserves open networks and easier approvals can be cheaper than fighting for every visit during a flare. For DME, avoid the trap of buying 3 versions of the same thing. Try before you buy when possible. Ask the supplier, what's your return window if fit is wrong? Is this model adjustable to my height and bathroom setup? Then do the quick function check on site. Ribs over pelvis, soft knees. Can you plant the foot tripod cleanly while using the device? If not, ask for a different style. Now, link your financial shield to your prevention plan. Put your weekly blueprint and pain rules in that folder. If a clinician suggests just walk more, you can respond. I'm walking at 100 to 115 steps per minute with short strides and a pre-walk glute primer. I flare on cambered sidewalks. Can we target exercises that stabilize hip drop and keep knee over toe? Clear, specific, and it invites tailored care. 2 last money-saving habits. Schedule follow-ups before you leave the office so small problems don't become ED visits at 2 a.m. batch errands and medical trips to reduce fatigue spikes that wreck gait and reduce paid rides if you use them. If you remember nothing else here, have the forms, know your coverage, and ask clear questions about status, referrals, and next steps. A 5-minute paperwork habit today can stop a 5-figure leak later. And it lets your gait work pay off where it matters. 5 mistakes that recreate the trap. you've built better mechanics and a smarter week. Now, let's make sure you don't slide back. These 5 mistakes rebuild the mobility trap fast. Avoid them and your hips keep winning. Mistake 1. Chasing step counts over form. The belief that more is better sneaks back, and suddenly you're overstriding to hit a number. Remember, your hips care about how you load them, not how many times. If your landing gets loud or the front hip pinch returns, you're paying for steps with cartilage. Fix. Cap your walk the minute form fades. Shorten the step, bring cadence to 100 to 115, and end on a smooth note. Consistency beats a single big day. Mistake 2. Skipping the 5-minute pre-walk primer. When you're rushed, it's tempting to just go. But cold glutes and a sleepy foot tripod mean your knee caves and your pelvis wobbles from the first block. That's the waddle gait coming back. Fix. Make the primer non-negotiable. Side-lying abductions or standing band abductions, hip airplanes, heel-to-wall march, light controlled 2 rounds. It's only 5 minutes. Those 5 minutes buy you clean steps for the next 30. Mistake 3. Combining new shoes, a long walk, and a hard surface in the same week. Stack 3 variables, and you won't know what caused the flare. You'll just know your hip is mad. Fix. Change 1 lever at a time. If you switch shoes, keep the same route and duration for 7 days. If you add distance, do it on your flattest surface. If you move to a new route, keep duration and shoes constant. 1 change, crystal clear feedback. Mistake 4. Ignoring pain rules and sleep debt. A tough night plus a stubborn mindset equals sloppy mechanics by minute 10. Pain creeps from -3 to 4 to 5 to why does my groin catch now? Fix. Let sleep guide volume. On poor sleep days, hold or reduce time and sharpen cues. If pain hits 4 to 5, modify, shorter walk, softer surface, or switch to cycling or pool. If it hits 6, stop provoking it and use your no-flare substitutions. Pain is data, not a dare. Mistake 5. Skipping a deload after travel or illness. You come home, feel behind, and try to make up steps. That's exactly when tissue tolerance is lowest and overstride sneaks in. Fix. Automatic 20 to 30% volume drop for the first 2 to 3 sessions after travel, a cold, or a busy caregiving week. Keep cadence and stride cues tight, then rebuild. Your joints consolidate gains during lighter weeks. That's how you protect the past month of progress. Here's a quick checkpoint to keep on your fridge. Loud steps, shorten now. Front hip snap, raise cadence 5 beats, and finish behind. Knee caves, big toe base down, kneecap to second toe. Tired brain, keep the walk, cut the time. New gear or ground, change 1 thing per week. Avoid these 5, and you'll stop the slide before it starts. Your plan works when you protect it from shortcuts. Implementation/payoff. 3-step action plan. Here's the shortcut nobody teaches. Do less, but do it right. 3 steps this week. Step 1. Before every walk, run the 60-second toe spread, cue knee over second toe, and lock cadence between 100 and 115. Keep strides short and land quiet. Step 2. Do the 14-day audit. Film from side and back. Change 1 lever at a time. And track pain during, pain after, sleep, and cadence hit. Step 3. Hip armor 3 days a week and rotate surfaces. Build for 3 weeks. Deload 1. Protects your joints and your budget. 90 days from now. Smoother walks, steadier balance, fewer flares. Your shift is simple, from step chasing to hip saving with a clear routine, primer, cadence surfaces, and steady deloads. That 1 change keeps your hips calm and your life bigger. If you're ready to lock it in, run the 14-day audit and drop 1 number that improved, pain during, pain after, or cadence consistency. Then watch the balance reflex video next to stack even more fall protection. Every smooth step now is money and independence you keep.